Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of The Screening Room, and today I am going to review Zack Snyder's Justice League. And if you have not watched this film, spoilers are coming. Stay tuned. Zack Snyder's Justice League is fantastic, but the original 2017, I hated it. It was a piece of trash. It tried to be a Marvel film, but it wasn't funny, it wasn't smart, and it definitely wasn't hip. That film confused the hell out of me. Just like a math problem in any Singapore school. Nobody can get it, the adults don't even give a shit. You know what I'm saying? So this particular film, the original Justice League, how crappy it was. Whose fault was it? Well, let's start at the beginning, shall we? Back in 2017, director Zack Synder actually left the project halfway due to a family emergency. And lo and behold, everyone's favorite director, Joss Whedon, came in to help. Yes, the guy that actually made Marvel's The Avengers. Joss Whedon was known for his kindness, his mentorship, his big brother role, so he was obviously a good fit to work with this big mega blockbuster. So what do you do? Well, he tried to marvel up the movie, get it? By adding plot lines that did not work, jokes that were flat, and well, the critics loved it. They really gave it a fantastic score of 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yes, 40. Good job, dumbass. The consensus was everyone hated it. So, months later, rumors of a Snyder Cut began to spread on the internet. And before you know it, the fans demanded to see the actual vision of Zack Snyder's actual Justice League. The studios didn't want to do anything to it. Basically, they showed the middle finger to the fans. The fans began to do a petition and demand Warner Brothers to release the Snyder Cut or to show the Snyderverse. Warner Brothers was embarrassed by the whole hype. They gave in. They gave Zack Snyder a few $1 million, and he produced a 4 hours length.
Are you serious?
4 hours, that's right, that's half a work day. A film, 4 hours. So is it good? Is it worth it? Was it worth the hype? Well, let's just say it was better than the original. But to be honest, the original was not even that high of a benchmark either. So let's now talk about this film. Well, this film is not too bad. Gone are the weird jokes like, Flash falling on top of Wonder Woman's body. And that stupid Russian family that had absolutely nothing to do with the plot whatsoever. Why were they there? I have no idea. But instead, we get the backstory of Cyborg. Yes, as a matter of fact, Cyborg is the main character of this movie. This is because Cyborg, the actor, and Joss Whedon did not get along in the first movie. So Joss Whedon cut off all his parts, and that's why we didn't know what the hell Cyborg was there for. But in this version, we now have a more structured backstory of Cyborg and the Flash. So, the Flash now looks and feels better. That is, if he's not whining like a small little boy. And also one more thing. Steppenwolf looks much more better now that there is some motivation for his action. So let's just discuss the movie. And again, if spoilers are coming and you have not seen it, stop right now. So let's start off with the film. The film starts off with the death of Superman. His scream yells throughout the whole world, and it ignites an alien weapon called the Mother Boxers. And this alien Steppenwolf comes to Earth to search for the boxers because he's been looking for it for a long time. He wants the Mother Boxers so he can please his master, Darkseid.
He will be pleased.
He needs all three of them to form the unity so that Darkseid can destroy Earth. The Mother Boxers are separated for security reasons. One is at Atlantis, one is at Wonder Woman's island Themyscira, and the other one is with Cyborg's father. Why? I have no idea, I don't know. And Batman and Wonder Woman must recruit heroes to fight the incoming alien forces. So they seek the help of a drunken manfish who likes to walk in slow motion, a sexually confused man boy who likes to run fast, and a walking hard drive that looks like a walking hard drive. The newly recruited Justice League must work together and defeat Steppenwolf from merging the mother boxes into the Unity. And so with the Unity, Darkseid can come over here and use the power and rule the world. Why? Don't know. Wait a minute, this sounds familiar. Anyway, the film is divided into 6 segments. 6 parts of a movie. But I personally feel that it's a bit too long. It would be better if they were split out into like 6 parts, like a TV movie kind of thing, rather than a 4-hour long marathon. But you know, on the plus side, the film actually does look really good. It does really look like a graphic novel. Almost every shot was shot really well. I mean, it really looks like a labor of love, and kudos to Zack Synder, he really loved his craft. It was like a moving painting, if you will, okay? If you actually see the original Justice League in 2017, you can really tell which were the shots that was actually shot by Joss Whedon and which were the ones were actually done by Zack Synder. It's really telling. Joss Whedon's shots, okay, they will look really flat. They look like a TV style kind of TV series whereby the environment was very light, extremely very pretty, very evenly muted and flat. Whereas Snyder's, or the Snyderverse, all his shots were using deep colors, lots of depth of field, contrast ratio was really sharp, and the background and foreground really separated. It really looks like a Renaissance painting at times, and it really shows. Snyder really introduced us to new characters like the Martian Manhunter, where he disguises himself as Martha Kent. In a scene with Lois Lane, which is kind of pointless, but I'm not going to get into that particular scene. We also have more character backstory, and the characters now this time have lots of room to breathe, to really flesh out the inner backstory, which is basically the central spine of the film. And Cyborg, oh my gosh, Cyborg now has almost like a mini movie within this movie.
He has difficulty showing it, but I know he's proud of you.
The mother boxes had a backstory by himself. We showed how they came to Earth and how Darkseid fought and lost them in a battle with some gods and super beings. We now know why they are here and where they are hidden and who needs to protect them from Darkseid. You know, all in all, I like these new additions to the movie. Although it could have been shorter, the additional character development really helped a lot, and the reshoots really helped to make the film a bit more fuller, the action scenes a bit more clearer, and the pacing's a little bit more fluid. And oh my god, Henry Cavill now really looks like Henry Cavill. You know, instead of, you know...
Yes, it's meant to. It's meant to wind like a river.
His weird mouth, and this time Superman really has a big upgrade. He is really cool as F. I mean, he is badass in black. Finally, this time we get this really sensational epilogue whereby most people call it the Nightmare, whereby we see our heroes that are in a distant future. Earth is royally destroyed, and we see Superman has turned to the dark side against our current heroes. This particular segment at the end teases us a future where Joker, played by Jared Leto, knows the identity of Batman, and how we learn that Batman allowed Lois Lane to die, thus causing Superman to turn bad. That's quite interesting. Is this something that Zack Synder wanted to do in the future? Is this what he's teasing us? Who knows? Lastly, this film was shot in a 4:3 ratio, which it was made for the IMAX. This gotta take some guts because it's a very rare move, and I really applaud Zack Synder for this because this takes balls to do. That being said, I do have some issues with this film, and I'll just highlight a few. First of all, the main dark character, Darkseid. While this particular guy gave me Thanos vibe, I mean, you know Thanos from the MCU. In the story, thousands of years ago, he fought with some super Earth beings, and the heroes destroyed him, chased him away, and in haste, Darkseid left the mother boxes on Earth. So my problem is, why did he send Steppenwolf all over the galaxy to look for the mother boxes if you already know that he left it on Earth?
The lost world is Earth. Anti-life is here.
How could he have forgotten where the mother boxes were? Or the defeat that he had thousands of years ago? So, on the flip side, why was he so adamant to conquer Earth? What was his motivation to destroy Earth? Never explained. Who cares? Next, Steppenwolf the character. Now this guy goes around the galaxy trying to find the mother boxes. I get it, that's his quest. So that he can appease his master for the crimes that he committed to make him happy.
Who betrayed him?
What did he do? It was never explained, and constantly teases us and left the audience hanging for the truth. Never said anything. Bad story writing. Which brings me to the story. There's so much going on, just so crowded. I mean, it's far too crowded in COVID-19 1 meter distance. And the heroes here now, they actually do have more of their origins, but not enough. What DC should have done was to give them their own film. I mean, MCU, Marvel really was the benchmark of creating their own characters' origin before they actually went into the Avengers. DC should have done that. Instead, they rushed directly into the Avengers, which had no logic. Which brings me to the next point. Logic. First, I want to talk about the bank heist. You know, the terrorists went into this scene and they want to kill people, and you set up a bomb with a timer. So if they want to kill people, what did they need a timer for?
Back to the Dark Ages.
Okay, and when Wonder Woman took care of the terrorists, and in the end she exploded the man with her bracelet, why couldn't she just knock that person unconscious? She was really fast. And the explosion was so big and so loud and so destructive. How did the students and the hostages survive the bomb blast?
It's okay, it's over. You can stand up. It's all good. It's over now. You're good.
That didn't really make freaking sense. And when the Flash said that Steppenwolf fought lots and lots of super beings from a lot of galaxies, it would be a tough fight to win him. Then Batman said, no, he has never fought us, not us united. I mean, how can a small group of super beings from a primitive Earth be up against an advanced technology of aliens which they already conquered far more advanced alien world? And the underwater tunnel scene, when Steppenwolf destroyed the underwater tunnel with a missile and water start coming in, all of a sudden you see Aquaman coming in. What, did he happen to swim outside there and wait for the bomb to explode so they can swim inside to join the rest? That doesn't even make bloody sense to me. Also, when Superman went crazy after he was resurrected to life, and then Lois Lane came and tried to calm him down, she called his name Clark. In front of everyone, in front of spectators, in front of the policeman. I mean, she just revealed his secret identity, and then she and Superman just whoosh off to the sky into the stratosphere. What, she don't have to breathe? I mean, that's freaking ridiculous. Next, I want to talk about the editing. As I've mentioned before, the movie is really way too long, and I think it was a bit too indulgent for its own good. It could have really been cut 45 minutes less, and it would still make a good film. But there were some weird editing choices. For example, singing.
Long this
I mean, that's another level of weird. How about slow motion? It was okay when Zack Synder did 300, but somehow or other it looks weird with Justice League. And then, weird soundtrack. Soundtrack that didn't match the action. Next, the Martian Manhunter. If you take him out from the film, it doesn't matter. He's not integral to the plot. It will be the same movie. And as much as I like it, the end sequence, the nightmare sequence, as much as I love this tease about an alternate future, what's the point of doing that scene if the studios do not want to go forward to make any future Zack Synder movie anymore? I mean, it's horrible. And last but not least, the Wonder Woman music. I mean, every time when Wonder Woman appears and every time the Amazon appears, you get this strange chorus. It pisses me off. But in the end, you know, I'm glad that Zack Synder got to finish his vision of Justice League. I mean, after the tragic loss of his child, it was not easy to come back to do this. And whether you're a fan of him or not, it's a debatable question. With that, I honestly like to give this movie a B+. Really, it was really good. It's better than the original and it was really very good effort. I kind of enjoyed it even though it was 4 hours long. So click the like button, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button if you want to be notified for any new content. And as always, the room is always open. Come back anytime soon.